with Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania set to be the next entry in the MCU, and of course setting up major things to come, such as Avengers: The Kang Dynasty, I don't think it's really surprising that we're learning that Ant-Man will live past a third entry. And it looks like it's one of the hand-selected franchises that will continue to live on with a fourth and possibly fifth and sixth film. So quite obviously, things can always change down the road. There can always be pivots in different directions depending on the reception and what fans want. But I think it's pretty telling that Marvel Studios in recent interviews has hinted at more Ant-Man going forward. Now, whether that's just Ant-Man appearing in other Avengers films, which of course will happen, but it's interesting to know that every time they talk about it, they talk about Ant-Man living past the third film, as they're not saying that this is the final one in the trilogy. And that's where recent reports have come in from various outlets that Ant-Man will in fact get the same treatment that we've seen other heroes, such as obviously Thor and Captain America now get, where the character in the franchise will continue to live on down the road and have more entries. From what we understand, they definitely want a fourth Ant-Man, but that might not be the end of it. 5 and 6 would be optional if people continue to see the film and are invested in the characters and of course what they're doing. And naturally, I think Ant-Man is already setting up a couple things. Obviously, his daughter Cassie, that's another factor going forward. And at the same time, we've had plenty of teases about possibly Young Avengers appearing in the multiverse and maybe even being mentioned in Quantumania, and then seeing the results of that play into the core MCU. So Ant-Man and the Avengers, or Ant-Man and the Young Avengers, Ant-Man and A-Force, or whatever they decide to do, is probably an option down the road, kind of making Ant-Man a character that really brings other characters into the MCU and kind of builds off like mini team-up / like mini Avengers films, I guess would be the best way to describe it. And certainly the Ant-Man films are, they're not everybody's favorite, but they consistently deliver money and they deliver good reviews. So if you got that going for you, are you going to abandon more Ant-Man in favor of trying again with something new that's risky, like Eternals or something? Like, you guys get what I'm saying here? Like, it's kind of a no-brainer that Ant-Man might just be a franchise that continues to live on because they put in a certain amount of money, they know they make a certain amount of profit, and that's not going to change, and it's more than like only going to get bigger with more entries and, a bigger budget and more advertising and more of Ant-Man just becoming more popular and a holdover from phase 2 to now. So yeah, this all checks out, honestly, and I'm excited. Whatever happens, I've said it before, I love the Ant-Man film, so I'm always down for more of this unique take on the superhero genre.